sure everyone that owns this print is familiar with the pain of changing these screws every time they have to level the bed. What I propose is just print some bushes and replace these springs. Now I have some various sizes of PPS carbon fiber printed. I know the edges are still a little bit unfinished, and that's fine. I can finish them off with the deburrer, but they are dimensionally accurate. This one is 30.9. I have some 30.8s, 30.7s. I've even got some 31s, 32s in point form. And what I'm going to do is replace the entire bed with one single size, level it, and then determine from the level which points need to go up and which points need to go down, and then replace those points, or at least replace the bushes on those points with the various sizes until we're as close to zero as we can possibly get. And then, because PPS carbon fiber is really dimensionally stable and its glass transition temperature is up around the 260 to 290 mark, it should be fine. And we should have regular leveling every time we go to print. And we don't have to rely on those springs, because those springs, after a time, they will loosen these bolts, expand and contract as they do with heat. PPS does that as well, but not as much. Anyway, I'll get back to you when I've taken this back. Okay, so we've just taken the bolts out. When you take this panel off, be careful of these wires here. If the power is on, they are live. Well, they can be, I should say. If the power's on and the board is on, or at least your Giga board, they could be live. Other boards like my upgrades, they're not live until the board says so. But yeah, just be cautious of those. So as you can see, these bushes that I had in there previously, these are polycarbonate bushes. I'll be swapping these out for my PPS carbon fiber ones, mainly because polycarbonate's okay. This stuff is the fire rated polycarbonate. But PPS CF has better dimensional stability. So once we hit zero, it will never change. Or at least it won't change until you hit it or torque it too much or whatever. But the point is, you can reprint these and you'll get back to zero in no time, especially when you take note of what sizes you're using for the panel. So yeah, it's as easy as taking these out. If you're doing this from the OEM springs, it'll be springs, but yeah. Grab the new ones and get the packet open. There we go. Yeah, it's as easy as popping these in, like so. You do the 9 of them, put the board back on slowly and make sure these line up with the holes, because it is a pain to find them after you put the board back down. And yeah, put the screws back in. Now, when you put the screws back in, you want to make sure you're either using an electric screwdriver that has a known torque value or maximum torque, or you want to use a torque screw so that all of the bolts are screwed in to the same degree or to the same torque, and that way you can you don't over torque or under torque them, because it is still aluminium extrusion. If you screw it in too much, you'll burr the threads. If you don't screw it in enough, you'll have a loose bush, and that could mean higher heights or lower heights. Yeah, I'll get back to you. So just a quick update. It's been some time later since I've installed those bed bushes. They were scanned once and I had to change maybe 3 bushes because they were a little bit too high or low. I mean, we're talking like 0.1 of a mil here. And then I've managed to make up the difference on all the other points around the bed just by screwing or loosening the bolts. As you can see, We're down to 0.5 mil. We can definitely go further, but I haven't done it yet. I'll get onto it, but I haven't done it yet. But basically, yeah, I'll look at this leveling map, and I can see this point here needs to go down. So I'll take note of the X and Y values there, and then enter them into either the Giga screen to get the printhead to move to that location, and figure out where the pins are or where the bushes are that need to be replaced, and then either sand that one pin down or screw it into the frame. This one's at 0.9, so it probably needs to go down. If we really want to get closer to 0, it probably needs to go down to 0.5. So yeah, we're looking at 4 mil of height off that one. Yeah, so I'd say I'd have to take that bush out and sand it down a little bit to get 0.4 mil off, or yeah, take note of the value 0.9, grab out my history or my dimensional history for where the bushes were on the board and what size they were, and swap that one bush out for one that is going to get me closer to 0.9 or 0.5 I should say. And then yeah, other areas on the hotbed. So we've got a clear defining line between beds here. By the way, this level is from like this leveling profile has been done with the Big Tree Tech Eddy probe, and yeah, it's really accurate and quick, which is great when you've got a very large printer. Yeah, so like I said, it's been some time, and that value has stayed pretty much at 0.5 for the last 3 prints that I've done, and it hasn't changed at all. Even the last couple of digits, they've been around the 694 or 68 mark. So yeah, I'd say that's a success.